Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. So glad you could join us on this Saturday night. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The Cleveland Cavaliers come into this one after a win against the Spurs in San Antonio. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on them.
And Kevin, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving is out there with Freak, and it's Ezeli in at the center, locking down the middle. Cleveland on defense. Pass to Dawkins. Five on the clock, off the screen. That's good on the jump shot.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
Vucevic with the bucket.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Irving against Dawkins. Ezeli gets the bucket. Ezeli's got his first points in this one.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Vucevic, a screen on Walker. And Oladipo, here we go. And the basket good.
Not phased at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
At first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Now here's Walker. 5 points in the game. Dishes to Love. Outside, Walker. Pass to James. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Dawkins, no good off the back of the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Up top, Walker, and he's covered by Dawkins. Irving with a clean look. Another three for Cleveland.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
The Magic trail by 5. Oladipo, the pass to Dawkins. Picked by Vucevic. Pulls up. High post. The shot by Dawkins is no good.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Here's Dawkins. Following the basket by LeBron James. Picked by Vucevic. Dawkins kicks to Gordon. Passes it to Dawkins. Shot to stop the run. The rebound by Ezeli.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And Walker kicks to Ezeli. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Adrian Griffin.
He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding, he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
Thanks again, Doris.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
There's no reason for these big men to shy away from contact on the inside because when they get to the foul line, you can see the success they've been having in the past month. Second, Kevin Love.
Straight to the free throw line with them. I mean, that makes them very hard to handle.
It really does. I mean, defenders have to be a little more cautious than they would be ordinarily. Hack one of these fellas, and they'll cash in.
Booker, he's checked in for Orlando. Irving against Payton. Here's Vucevic. No good again that time. The Cavaliers leading by 10. LeBron dishes to Walker. And a miss there on the triple. The Orlando Magic coming to this one after the win against the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah, the bench production in that game was terrific. Points from multiple sources.
Yeah, everybody that stepped on the floor played and made a contribution, and that's always a positive thing.
Irving's shot is good.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
Now here's Payton. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Vucevic setting the pick for Oladipo. Back to Vucevic. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
O'Neal's checked in for Oladipo. Then for the Cavaliers, Dunn, he's checked in for Love. Smith comes in for LeBron. And Shumpert in there for Kyrie Irving.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And so Walker nails both of them. The Magic trail by 12. Vucevic a screen on Shumpert. Payton passes to Vucevic. The Magic again can't hit. The Cavaliers have gone 8 of 11 in the first quarter. They'll take that percentage any night. On the wing, Thompson. J.R. Smith on the wing. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
Here's Azania. Turned in an outstanding game against Minnesota. He feeds it to Booker. Now, here's Vucevic. He's guarded closely. Walker with it. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Spurs in San Antonio. There's the bucket. Good.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Here's Booker. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Booker's got his first 2 points. The Cavaliers leading by 14. 46 seconds left in the first quarter. Thompson sets the pick for Smith. The pass to Dunn. Almost, but it rolls out.
High quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And Greg, that has him S-H-H-E, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Clark. Now here's Payton. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Takes the 13-footer. Outside, Walker. Thompson, a screen on O'Neal. Here's Walker. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
Well, I can't see how they'd come to any other conclusion. I mean, we have a good look at it on the replay. The clock's still ticking when it left his fingertips.
And they've overturned the call. The replay was conclusive, and that one's going to count.
And, Kevin, an example of why it's good to have replay. I don't know what kind of impact it'll have on the final result, but you always want them to get every call right.
And we got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings into every game. I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there or caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro.
For the Magic, Vucevic comes in for Booker, and it's Hezonja in for O'Neal. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Walker's checked in for Ezeli. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. Oladipo is out there with Dawkins. And it's Hezonja in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for Orlando.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Spurs put forth a nice effort. He ended with 11 points and added a couple of rebounds with that. Another strong showing from him in what has become a habit.
All right, thanks, Doris. He's got a lot of positives to take away from that game.
He really does. It was one of his better performances, and that's saying something because we've seen this guy have a lot of good ones.
And you'd have to imagine that he'll be out to build on it, to go one better here tonight.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Outside Irving, out to the right wing. The drive by Love. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 5 assists in the game. The Magic trail by 13. There's the dish to Oladipo. Vucevic setting the pick for Oladipo. They get it back.
Tell you what, guys, his size really comes into play when there's a rebound battle going on. He's got an advantage in there.
Shot's good by Walker.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Dawkins. 9-point game his last outing. To the inside, Oladipo. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And Orlando making a change here. Payton's checked in, and the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Love. Dunn comes in for James. J.R. Smith's checked in for Cephalosha. And a jumper in there for Irving.
What a game we've seen here for Walker. 13 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
That free throw good from Walker.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well, seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
The Magic trail by 14. 1:35 left here in the second. Payton kicks to Vucevic. Good D by Thompson.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark,